Alrighty, I wanted to make a quick video on a styrofoam cutter that I built, and I tried to look up a lot of videos on the internet on this, and I found a lot of them. Most of them were for hobbyists making airplanes and cutting little old half-inch sheets of foam or whatever. But what I have created here is a styrofoam cutter that is cutting these huge blocks. I got, I don't know about around your world, but the lake patrol or the lake laws are requiring people replace all the foam on their docks with the plastic barrels or the plastic tubs of some sort that are sealed and the foam is not exposed, which is a good thing. And so I had a buddy that had a huge stack of this stuff piled up, and so I'm insulating my shop with it. As you can see, I've already got some in the walls there. And I figured out how to cut it. And so real simple. I just have literally 2 battery cables going outside to my truck through the floor there. Got them shut underneath the door. And I am literally running it through a dimmer switch. I just took the wires up, and the dimmer switch really is just acting as an on and off. I don't really think it actuates it in. And I just have it hooked up. The wires are running up to the top up here, and they're tied to the bottom of that steel, and the steel is conducting enough electricity wrapped around there, and the bottom is set up pretty similarly. I just used a bolt down there, and it's going through the wood, and I'll try to stay with you long enough here. My cut's probably crooked. Not moving really fast, but it's not slow. I mean, it is slow, but hey, it's free. And you got Doc, and I've got all that cut. I've even got some in the room in there already put up, and what I'll do is stick this in the wall and then expand the foam around it. As far as what type of wire I'm using, I went to Home Depot to the picture frame aisle and I bought stainless wire. I have broke 2 of them, but I was tightening on them and trying to get them tighter after they've heated up. As you will see, they do get loose once they get hot. You can pluck them like an instrument when you first put them in, but as soon as they heat up, they get loose. But, you know, as long as perfection is not your goal, you're going to be okay with this, and just let it kind of cut. Don't push it too hard. And I'm kind of having to film and push and do everything, so be patient with me. What's going to happen here is I'm going to reach over and turn this off as this gets to the end. And as it comes through, I just reach over and turn it off. That's off. See how wonky the wire is? It'll kind of stiffen up once it cools off a little bit, but here's the result. It's a styrofoam. Sorry for the poor camera work. One flat piece of styrofoam. And it indeed is very flat. You can see there, a lot of the accuracy depends on how careful you are cutting it. Anyway, that's my plan. I want to fill these walls up, and you can see I've got several stuck in already. And all I'm going to do is expand the foam around the edges of them. That gets your air seal, a little insulation, and it is just a shop anyway. I'm even planning on doing the ceiling, the bottom side of the roof. Anyway, share my knowledge with you. I'm just using number 12 copper wire running in here, and it's just wrapped around this, it's just wrapped around that bolt literally, or this clamp. That's a clamp that I got at the automotive store. It's a hose clamp, has another piece that goes in here, and I just took it off, and I'm just using it for just a hold, and that's it. I did run this through a washer here, and it's just kind of sit in there. But the wire has a tendency to want to burn the wood, and so this stops it from, once it'll burn the wood a little bit, whatever, and that's hot. It'll keep the wire from continuing on that direction. It stops it. So anyway, just a simple setup. This is just movable. I got it in here because what happens is this tries to pull down as you push on it. So I added support here, and I have just a temporary fence, and I can move that back to if I want to make bigger cuts, which I'm having to block these out into thirds, and then cut them into my thicknesses I want it. So I cut them to the width I want them for every one of the studs or every one of the wall cavities. Then I come back and flip them up. Once I've got my 14.5 inches or 14 3/8, then I cut them to 2 inches thick, and that'll get my depth. Anyway, maybe I'll make another video here in a little while after I get most of them up. Hope you enjoyed, hope it helps. Thanks. God bless, have a great day.